It is the perfect storm for renters, and we are hearing it a lot from our viewers right now. Rents are rising faster than even gas and groceries.
Economic analysts say a mix of factors are causing this, and some are now asking, what's the solution? News 6 investigator Eric Sandoval found out some are fighting for rent control.
Me and my father moved here almost 7 years ago.
What was your rent when you moved in?
$780 a month.
And Sean Zwifka says he and his father have seen their rent at this Orlando apartment complex rise about 10% each year over those 7 years. Take a look at this, though. This year, his renewal jumped from $995 a month to $1,645. That is an increase of 65%.
It's just sad when I can tell my dad, like, I'm trying everything I can right now, man, but it just ain't enough. It's sad.
It's a lot to shoulder by yourself.
At 30 years old, I never thought I would be coming to the point where I feel like I'm coming homeless. To the point where my income doesn't match what I can afford.
Zwifka and his father are not the only ones seeing their rent rise. Zwifka's neighbors in his Orlando 32808 zip code have seen their rent go up more than 40% over the last year. In the state of Florida, it's gone up an average of 30%. And across the nation, renters are seeing an increase of about 14%. That is more than the rate of inflation. So what can be done about these sharp rises in rent? Well, we came here to Tallahassee, the state capital of Florida, where we found one legislator is working on a solution, but it's controversial.
I am a renter.
Not only is Orlando State Representative Anna Eskamani a renter, she says she needs 2 roommates to pay the rent on their place in Thornton Park. Looking to get results, Eskamani and Florida State Senator Victor Torres have filed identical bills to repeal the law that blocks cities and counties from establishing rent control measures.
What our repealer does is it doesn't automatically, grant rent stabilization across the state, but it does say that a local government will have an option to explore this when there's a housing emergency, which I would argue right now we're in.
On a proposed referendum for a 1-year rent freeze.
Orange County commissioners considered declaring that emergency and freezing rent for a year. But the county's attorney advised them against it because of the law Eskamani is trying to undo. We told her about Zwifka and his father.
He just got his renewal notice. His rent is going up from $995 a month to $1,645 a month.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
So, given this man's predicament,
Yeah.
Is this something that your bill, if approved, could help?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because if our bill was passed, then the city of Orlando, for example, could declare a state of housing emergency, and they could put rent stabilization programs and say that during this time frame, you cannot increase rent by X percentage.
But right now, there is no talk of rent control at the local level. And Zwifka says he and his father are left wondering what their next step is.
When you see stuff like this, it just is unimaginable. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Take on 2-3 jobs just to pay the rent?
In Orlando, Eric Sandoval, Getting Results, News 6.
Now, we know this is a big issue, and rent control is just one option that Eric found. He's working on another story right now where he uncovers ways renters can buy their own home with nothing down. Meantime, you can find out how much rent is increasing in your zip code. Just head to clickorlando.com and click on Investigators.